Okay, so here we are on with Academy 55, and we're on a sell alert. So I'm going to put the lines on, reverse the conditions. The price for the sell will be, I'm going to float 2 pips away as normal, which will be there. It's Tuesday, the 28th of May, by the way. 25 minutes past 7 in the morning. And maybe taking a sell on the EUR/USD on the 1 minute time frame, with the highest we've been for several days, and that's why I'm looking to take possibly the sell to get my 2 to 1. We have imbalances down here. We'll wait for the volume movement to turn red, and also the trend line to turn red, of course. The wave has turned red now. Volume movements turn red. There's an imbalance up there, but I'm 2 pips away from entry. You have some volume going towards the purple line, which is down there, as you can see. Price might need to come up with to fill out that imbalance first. And all the time, the trend line is still green. But that situation can change very, very quickly and very, very soon. So I'm hovering over the sell button just in case. So now we just play a waiting game. Price could be just, of course, filling out this imbalance here. If it goes higher than that, then well, we're going into newer territory and a different ball game then. Still waiting for the trend line to turn red. Wave has started to turn red again. Power outside is above price. We've got red, 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 red. Waiting for the final red, which could happen anytime soon. Right, the trend line's gone red now. Just waiting for a bit more of a confirmation of a sell from the. Right, I'm in the trade. So this is where I am at the minute. Stop loss is where the take profit will be. So as you can see, this is where we are at the minute. Price coming down. Hopefully to mitigate this imbalance down here, which is nearly done that, and beyond. And getting into this bigger imbalance on drawn up on the 4-hour time frame. But we shall see on that. And all the time mitigating, making imbalances up here, of course, that need to be addressed if they're to continue a further downward trend. This could be the start of a downward trend because 7 o'clock open in Europe, bit of volume and the inclination to actually change fortunes for the EUR USD from a sell bias to a from a buy bias to a sell bias. It could be that could be a scenario. Of course, don't know for certain. Price is going to do what it's going to do, but in the trade, as you can see, regardless, what will be will be. So we'll keep a firm mind, see what happens. As you can see, we're still coming down nicely. Good morning, fellow Academy 55 members. David Kahn here on Tuesday, the 28th of May. It's now 5 to 8 in the morning. As you can see, I marked up a sell that happened earlier on. And at the moment, we are going into a bit of accumulation, which is not unusual because today we are treating, although it's Tuesday, treating this like it's a Monday morning, really, because we had bank holidays yesterday. So really, this is like a Monday morning for us. Monday mornings predominantly are lack of volume, and they haven't made up their minds up what they're doing, and this is what we're seeing at the minute. But we had a sell at 23 minutes past 7 this morning, so I've marked it up, and this is where I keeping the customer 2 pips away from entry. This is where I would have got in, and that is where the take profit would be on nearly on the purple line, as you can see. But things have taken another turn, and if anything, we are still looking at our buy bias. I'm not going to rush into anything today. You know, we should rush into anything because before we do anything, though, let's do a little bit of housekeeping. Putting the MT4 on, making sure you're on the EUR/USD on the 1 minute time frame. Your trading system is up and running with your all important 1%, and you've got your Academy 55 template running. That's what I'm trying to say. Sorry. Yeah. So here we are, and we are now at 2 minutes to 8 o'clock in the morning, where we hope at 8 o'clock more volume will come in. So what can we see? We can see balance drawn out on the 4-hourly time frame. This is the highest it's been for a while, this area here. So if anything, you'd think price would want to come down. Hence the sell there, but we'll have to wait and see how that one pans out. The only thing I can take right next is a buy for you guys, because it goes buy, sell, buy. So we indeed would be waiting for a buy, but we'll be going into territory that's not really marked up for a considerable. So this will be territory that we don't know too many points about. And all the time we are seeing consolidation around here. So again, it's not a time to rush into anything because like a lot of Monday mornings, although it's a Tuesday, barely in lots of indecision, fairly low volume. So it's not really conducive at the moment for things to turn around. And really, I'd want to be taking sells, to be fair, because I don't like the idea of going into this area here where there's not much data, because it hasn't been. If I put it on the hourly time frame, as you can see, this is the highest it's been for since well, last Tuesday. No, even more than that. Last Monday. So you're getting into areas here where there's not a lot of recent data to go on. And although we know price will do what it's going to do and anything can happen, even more so because of that. Like, that's the way I look at it, and I like to sort of react when I know, when I can see data happening, and recent data that is, and have a little bit of more of an idea in my mind why prices heading towards certain areas. But the truth is, if it gets above there, because this is all new and fresh, for at least a week, I haven't got that. So if anything, I'd want to be taking sells. But the next one up on the rank is a buy. So really, for my scenario with you guys live trading, I would like to see a buy, and I won't act on it because once we get into here, like I said, I haven't got no reference, no recent reference to where I think personally price I might be wrong, but I'd like to have an idea that I think I know where price is going and why, but I won't be having that because of this hasn't been touched for at least a week, this area up here. So I'd like maybe a buy that will I'd paper trade, and then another sell, because then I've got lots of more data to reference why price is getting down to these levels down here. So, and being a Tuesday where there's no volume and lots of things indecisive, I would be more than happy just to take a buy and watch what happens rather than be in the trade and then wait for another sell. So that's the scenario for this particular live trading. I don't suffer from FOMO, fear of missing out. There's always going to be another trade happening, and I'm quite happy to wait for that to play out. And especially in front of you guys, I'm not going to be rushing into anything. Like I say, at the moment, as far as the Calorie 55 strategy is concerned, it's reacting off that sell up there. So let's see if indeed it does hit the original take profit that I put out for myself down there. But there's a lack of volume. We've got consolidation around here at the minute. So it's a waiting game. And the next alert is a buy that I won't be taking, because like I said before, we're into area more than a week old, and there's no recent reference points to what's going to happen with price. And all I can see is imbalance down here that needs filling. Nothing up here. And all the while we are in consolidation. And while we're on, I'll just, well, everybody else, I want to explain why there won't be any live trading tomorrow. And that is because I come across here, Wednesday, the 29th of May, all day we have red flag news tomorrow. And that is basically, last time we did that, we found that price tends to go like this until a little bit of news is leaked out, and then price will react on whatever news that is. We don't know when that's going to happen. So there might be good or bad news, and we're in a trade. And we don't know when that's going to happen, so we won't be able to react on it. So as you can see, prices indeed come down to fill out that purple line there. From this sell that was 23 minutes past 7 this morning. And it might indeed decide to tap into this imbalance to equalize this here, but it's reacting off the purple line now. And a deeper sell may ensue. You don't know, because while it's going down, it's causing its own imbalances that need filling. And it's doing that now. But like I say, the next alert will be a buy. And of course, the deeper I go, the deeper this sell goes. If it does turn into a buy, I've got more information up here to react off that buy. So I may indeed, I wouldn't be taking a buy here because my take profit would be above this area where there's no recent data. But if I take a buy down here, obviously there is recent data that I can act on. That gives me more confidence in the trade, as it were, because price has been there not so long ago. But we'll see what happens, of course. Let's have a look at that little circle down there. Asia shares nudge higher, dollar eases as ECB commits lift risk appetite. 2 hours ago, dollar loses some ground ahead of key global inflation readings. So the euro, yeah, so really, I'm to be fair, I am rubbish at reading these, to be fair. And they're so general that it's very hard to sort of read too much into these, I find, to be fair. Just wanted to point out that that thing is there, and if you're any better at reading these things than I am, go for it. But I found that I'm not. It just sort of confuses, muddies the waters for me. I like to read price action and as of now and have a general feel for what's happening with the USD rather than reading all that, because for me personally, I'm not an expert at that. So I just wanted to point out that's there, and there's a whole different sort of study, I guess, and if anybody would care to get into it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that that's not me. I admit that I don't really know too much about what all this sort of means, because there's no time frame for when that is happening. It's just a general overall view. I sort of act as I tend to act as, obviously when you're trading, you tend to act what's happening in the moment. And you don't know the time scale of all these things if you did know what they all meant anyway. And I find it just clouds my judgment personally, that I can understand other people would look at that and maybe disseminate that information a lot better than I would. And if that's you, I'd say go for it. But although this is sort of like a sideways movement, as you can see, it is gradually moving down. at the moment. And to break out of any consolidatory sort of movement, we'd have to sort of break this area here, which is the highest been for a week. And then we're moving into territory that hasn't been touched for a week. So it's fresh territory, really. So this is where we are at the minute. From the Cali 55 point of view, I'm rather hoping that we get down to these, because that shows that once again the Cali 55 system and strategy has worked and got us another, could have potentially got us another 2-to-1. It's heading the right way at the minute, but like I say, we've got lots of sideways movement, so who knows? Well, like I say, we don't know. Nobody knows. We're trading on what we see, but that's what we're seeing at the minute. Like I say, once it's nice to see so many people being on today. Hope you had a good bank holiday weekend. Once again, price has indeed come down to check out the purple line, like we see so many times in the past, the EMA 462. And while back testing and setting up these indicators last year, the 462 was chosen because of price's reaction of it was too many times to ignore, and I got into it a bit more and found that indeed this is a significant area, i.e. price above is a buy bias, price below is a sell bias, whereas all the time this is price's favorite place, the purple line. And that's why that purple line was chosen, and why it's significant for me to show that to you because of that. There are large chunks of volume coming in occasionally now because London's open, as you can see by the length of the candles. Is this a sign there is a commitment to go deeper? We will find out. It's just already starting to tap into this larger, this is imbalance drawn up on the 4-hourly time frame. So it's just starting to tap into that area now. But sometimes they react off it and then shoot up. Right, as you can see, I drag this across. We have indeed, well, if indeed you were around about that, well, the sell alert happened at 23 minutes past 7, but looking at that, you could have got in around about 20 to 8 this morning, and indeed you would have had a successful 2-to-1 outcome. So we'll leave that there.